Main feed. All right, we switched up to the main feed. We're live now. We're
saying everything we're doing. So I picked up my phone and I'm now looking at it. I don't know why I'm looking at my phone, but I'm going to put it down.
Dude, I wonder if like in real shows, if the producer, if that's how they're thinking in their head the whole time, like, all right, when, you know what I mean? Like behind the scenes.
People, like
yeah, behind the scenes, like, almost like,
my phone.
There it is.
I just wanted to make sure the sound was okay.
Got it. So the sound check is good. We passed the test.
Yeah.
Yeah. Video quality is good. Everything's good. Everyone's feeling good. Everyone's ready to rock. How's the spirit? The spirit of everybody is good? Yeah? I hope it's good. I hope
my spirit is in Jesus.
I hope it's the Holy Spirit. You know what I mean? All right. Welcome to the Marrio Esco live show. Buckle up. Here we go.
To the death, fighting till I take my last breath, till there's nothing left, till this flesh, till this past tense. Got up on the fence, henceforth this and that. I was lost, now a friend, now a force with the pen for the love.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the show, the Juan Marrio Escobar. Imagine I put my whole name in there. Rodriguez, Rivera, Ortiz, and just just the whole entire 16.
Social Security is
77. Oh, yes!
77.
It's not even the podcast yet. It's like after all this information first. Welcome to the Marrio Esco live show. I am your host, Juan Marrio Escobar. Alongside me is my boy, my co-host, Gil Vargas.
I'm now.
And on my left, your right is Samy Esco, ladies and gentlemen.
Vargas.
Hola.
My last name is.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. Shout out to our listeners. Shout out to our peoples. YouTube was good. Facebook was good. Twitch, what up? Twitter was good. Unashamed Network. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean.
All of them.
Be sure to check out d2lproductions.com. I got the, oh man, the merch and the pictures and everything is up. Hold on a second. Yeah, the merch is there, 848. Create for the Creator Tattoo. I'm rocking the hat right now. Merch is there. Go check it out. Check out our hotline, 774-243-0385. We got a call in last episode. We'll play that in a little bit. You can call that, leave a prayer request, say what's up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check out Me Live Picks. For those jumping in, what's good? Share the show. Podcasters, leave a review. Oh, let me open the chat. Man, I don't even got the chat open. My bad. Let me open up the chat.
I got it. Well, at least for the YouTube side.
Yeah, man. Recap last episode. I'm sorry. That was a harsh cut. My bad. That was super rude with it. I'm sorry. Goodness, man.
Samaris, no.
I gotta slow down. Let me slow down. My bad. I'm gonna slow down a little bit. Take a breather. Take a sip of this coffee real quick. Sipping the coffee.
You guys remember that?
Sipping the coffee ain't gonna slow me down. I don't know what let me slow down 1 second. Let me just chug this coffee.
Man, I need to calm down some steroids.
Trying to lose weight. It's just like recap last episode 158. Christian Philosopher. What was it, Gil?
Philosopher-raptor.
There you go.
Velociraptor. Yeah.
That thing.
Yep.
I don't know what we talked about.
I have no idea. Don't even ask me. You're gonna have to follow that show. There's a dinosaur wearing a hat and a cross chain.
Yeah, it's something about
there's no explanation. There's no explanation.
That's real bad, bro. You're just like, yo, recap last. Maybe we should drop the recaps then. If we're
I
just
think
gonna
so. Because we
recap last episode. I have
went
no
left,
clue.
Right, up, down, up, right. We unlocked contra codes.
True, bro.
In that conversation.
We were just going.
There was an ABA somewhere in there.
All right, so recap 158 Christian Philosopher-raptor. Yep. We played as our feature track Hyperfentin, Faithful, and Personal. Man, you gotta put that out there, man. Like personal Drew.
What's wrong with that?
Drew Bex.
I listened to the episode at least 3 or 4 times too, and I still don't know what we talked about.
Is that something to be laughing about, man?
Of course. That's amazing.
Bro,
if you want to unplug, definitely go back and listen.
All right, bro, let's just get into convo there because I
don't even remember my name sometimes.
I made a little, I guess, a vow with a. Can you make a vow with how you call that when you have a way out? Not closure. A clause.
You have a way out?
Yeah, like a clause.
Oh, a clause. Yeah.
Can you make a vow with a clause with the Lord? Is there a way to make a vow with a clause?
How do you do that?
Can you do that? Like
that's
like a temporary vow. You know how
all right, I'll go to prison, but you have to give me a side door or something.
Look, all right, Judge, let's make a deal. No, you don't make a deal. You don't make a deal with the judge.
You said life and all that.
Listen,
I need to have a side door. Or something.
Let me show you something else.
What do you think?
I think this is a better idea.
I'll leave this up to you.
That's the entrepreneur. The entrepreneur thinks they can change every type of rule in the book. It's just like, you know what? There's always a way.
And they always make it seem.
Always a way
and I know this because I'm a salesman. They always make it seem like the person really made a decision. You made a decision for them. They just didn't realize it yet.
Right.
The whole time you was just basically putting the word yes in their brain.
Right. Yep. You were like, you want this. You want this.
Put this in your hands. Touch it. Feel it.
Touch it. Were you singing Busta Rhymes remix? Touch it. Read it. Feel it.
Talk about it.
Dramatic. Busta Rhymes came out. Like, what's going on here?
Sipping the sound. He's talking about the device. You know what? He's in his hand. He's taking the sound. It's crazy. It'll blow your mind. I'm blinking the blow.
And they're scared and terrified.
You know what? I'll take 5.
Not even. They're terrified. They're like, here, have my money. They're just giving you their wallet. Here,
take it. Black man doesn't come back out and yell at me.
They call 911. Help me. It's like, whoa.
You're still not sure if you want to buy it?
Whoa.
If it's hard, bring it in brown, the fib in the flow, the better in the gown, the bib in the flow.
And then they go back and tell the story, and then they're like, hold on a second. Someone was trying to make a sale to you in Manhattan? That's all. Why are you making it sound like you got robbed? And dude was just trying to sell you something.
But basically, he made them buy it. That was a made purchase.
He was trying to sell the gun. He was pointing at him. You better buy this thing. It should have been. Okay, I'm going to buy it. Okay. You got me.
Hey, he's being healed.
Don't even check if they got a license for the thing. Like, you can't just.
Goodness.
All right.
Goodness.
No, I was going somewhere. All right.
Yeah.
So I made a vow with a clause, I guess. I don't. Can you do that? Yeah. I'm sorry. Can we do that? No, chat.
I don't think
chat
you
was
can make
good.
a vow with a clause because basically you're saying, I promise.
I made a temporary
but I might
vow.
Want to get out of this.
It's like that.
I promise, though.
It's like that temporary. What's that Facebook feature they have?
Did you make a vow with a clause with your wife when you married
her? You can delete your account or what? Is that called a prenup?
You made a vow.
Is that a prenup?
I vow, right? Is it not the vows?
It's the vows of the life.
It's the vows of the life.
They've been making me cry.
All right.
But seriously,
they do make me cry. They do.
All of them.
The vows make me cry. That was a little flashback for those that have no idea.
I hope you clarify. It's vowels, not vows.
We don't have
because the vows that he made to his wife does not make him cry.
I was limited to the samples in the beat machine.
No, I know.
And all they had was A, E.
Okay, but that doesn't mean you have to talk about it. You could just say, I don't know, any other thing.
Bro, how old was I? Oh no, don't even answer that one.
He wasn't in your creative bag yet.
No, I wasn't.
So he was just like, wait a minute, these are
I was
the
only
letters.
9 years. I was only, 8 years old?
You were
yeah, I was
8
young.
years too young. It was actually 8 more years added to that.
No, it was not, bro.
You were like 16 at least.
No.
At least.
This dude was like, yo, this was last year.
He's like, yo, guys, what do you think of this?
The vows of life.
He even rapped the part that was part of the beat. And I'm like, you don't have to rap that, right? And he's like, yo, check this song out. A,
Sammy, I promise
you.
We got Benjamin in the building.
Like,
Shout out to Benjamin.
Why are you doing that part of the song?
We love you, brother. Sammy, I promise to be faithful, except when I don't want to watch Sammy hit him upside his head. Wow. All right. So I made a vow. Let me be careful with that. I am going to attempt something. Right. All right.
So you're basically going to make a promise that you're intending to break at some point.
What is another word under a promise? Like what is that?
Dude, there is no word under promise, man.
Is it like
how do you
Is it like
that would be a fib?
No, all right. Is it like I'm gonna try? I'm gonna attempt. Yeah, that's what you say.
An attempt?
I'm gonna attempt. Right. So I'm making this promise to self.
Okay. To attempt this, not a promise.
Yeah.
An attempt.
Well, because it's tricky. It's tricky. So what I'm doing is I decided that every time that I go on my phone, the phone needs to provide me with something beneficial.
Okay.
So instead of just scrolling through wherever the wind blows, you know what I mean? Like, what's the newest news? What's the trending thing? What's the newest everything? You know what I mean? Instead of like allowing my phone to rule my life and you know, just control my time, because it does. It like you could get lost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, instead of doing that, like,
you don't want to get lost in the sauce.
I want to open the phone and it has to serve me.
Yeah.
Every time I open this phone, it needs to serve me in some kind of way.
Does it count if you order food from your phone?
Yeah, facts. Exactly. That's what I mean. Food, you know, research.
Even if it causes you to be a glutton, just keep ordering.
No.
Keep ordering. It's serving. It is serving. Technically.
You know what I mean? So instead of being consumed by the social media world, instead of being like actually looking to get things from it, you know what I mean? Like instead of looking at the trendy stuff, instead of getting lost in that thing, open up and do research on the newest, you know, PC, do research on the newest software, do research on your craft, like master your craft as a creative, you know. Yo, the clout chasing thing, bro, it became so poisonous that it's like I can't stand it no more.
Yeah.
I can't even be in my phone like that no more. I can't do it. It's just too much, man. It's too much.
Yeah.
You know, like,
it's a tough thing because, like, as an artist, you know, there is a level of promotion. You know, you got to be smart and do all those things. But at the same time, you know, when you start making moves that are obvious, you know what I mean? Like when you remove, you know what I'm saying? Complete, I don't know, I'll just, for the lack of a better word, removing your faith completely from the music, as an example. Just to appear more edgy or to appear more...
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
That pursuit is... when you start to see those things, that's when you start to see them in that way. And you're like,
it's a slippery slope,
the
bro.
clout has now overtaken
it's a
who you truly
slope.
are.
Yeah, you know...
And I think that's where that term sellout comes from. Like, when people say that, I get what that means now, because it's what you're doing is the person is...
Instead of
removing
doing the
their core value,
for the
they're now removing the value and
replacing it for like a cookie cutter, like it's a cookie cutter thing.
So I
that
get
way it
the
makes
term now. Before I used to be like sellout. What do you mean? You're not really selling.
You're compromising.
Like, what is a sellout?
And it's not necessarily compromising the message per se, although that's part of it. That is part of it. But even like the purpose behind it. Like, okay, so we all get together, bro, and we know what we are. We're Christian artists, right? It's like, yo, tuck that in the back. Make the art first. Make the vibe first. Tuck the Christian in the back. We already know we Christian, so tuck that in the back and set the vibe. It's almost like it's corny to say that you're Christian. It's almost like corny to. It's like it's a weird. Yo, that's a setup, man. That's a setup that it makes a Christian, a proclaiming Christian, to feel corny to even bring up Christian topics with one another. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it.
I've learned to ask just a simple question. I don't want to get too serious with this, but
I thought
this was a really dope thing that came, and it was simple. Like, I was just researching like the simplicities or the complexities of sin, like, you know, how to truly discern, you know, because nowadays there's certain things that were considered sins back then that aren't really sinful now, like in certain languages and certain things, you know. Back in the day, to say this sucks, that was like the most horrific thing you could possibly say, whereas nowadays that's like, what's wrong with that? This does suck. So with all these different nuances and changes, you kind of want to know where you stand. Like, how do we discern? So when I started researching that, it came to a real basic understanding, and it's just simply weighing out, how is this affecting my walk? Is this something that is against directly to God? Like, is this going to cause me to sin? You know, just that level of discernment, just asking yourself those questions.
Yeah.
And I was like, that sounded really dope. I never actually asked myself questions before I made a decision on something. Like, man, I really want to get this jewelry. Why do I want to get this jewelry? For what purpose does this serve me? Mm-hmm. And is this going to bring me closer to God? Like, just simple questions like that.
Okay.
And it's a world of a difference.
Okay.
A world of a difference. It's kind of crazy, actually.
I like that. So it's that good, better, best thinking.
Yeah.
Good, better, best. That's how, shout out to Pastor Mike, my pastor.
So it's a good way to not fall into that legalistic mindset where everything is sinful.
Right.
Like, no, ask yourself, is this good?
Facts. So let's say this. So let's say you desire to get your ears pierced.
Okay.
Should I use that or should I go somewhere else?
Hey,
tattoo.
It is what it is.
A tattoo. You want to get a tattoo?
It is what it is.
All right, tattoo. You want to get a tattoo? I'm thinking. I see the tattoo of the thing. All right, let's say tattoo. Okay. What would you say? Like, okay, me. What would you tell me, bro? I'm getting this whole tat right here. I'm getting a sleeve. Getting a whole sleeve.
What are you getting? That's what I would.
Dope. I'm just gonna get. Actually, I don't want to tell you what I'm gonna get because then I'm leaking info and everyone's gonna.
What do you mean?
All right, I just want to get this thing.
This is for the story, dude. I'm not telling you to give me your biography.
I want to get. I want this whole arm to be like a dragon's head, so that way when I go like this, it's like a dragon.
I'd laugh even if this was for real.
No, so for real. Like this
it'd be as real as possible. But what?
I want this whole thing to be like.
So
I want both.
Puppet?
I want both sides.
Do you want puppets?
No, I want both sides. So
Skin puppets.
That way, it looks like I'm zero when I go like this. It's like
wow, wow. And this is what you want.
This is what I want. Yeah.
Wow. So first thing I would ask is why would you want this in your body?
I'm a huge fan of the Godzilla franchise, man. I'm a devoted fan, you know.
Are you a Christian in this story?
Yes, yeah, I'm a Christian, man. Christian? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how do you
what's up, brother? Yo, I'm feeling getting 2 dragons.
Okay. So as you're doing Kung Fu dragons in your bathroom, how do you feel like these tattoos honor God?
They're just showing you imagine somebody. They're just showing my freedoms in Christ.
It's just showing
honoring
my
God
freedoms,
by showing my freedoms in Christ.
I was like, well, what did you think? Those things are a little demonic, and somebody might get a little confused when they come to say, when they come to shake your hand and give you God bless, and your arm literally eats them. And now they're looking at their hand and it's missing because it's in the mouth in the jaws of life of your tattoo, your gruesome tattoo, by the way.
They feel a little, no.
Right. And then you twiddle your fingers like it's
the snake. It's the
snake tongue, pervertedly in church.
No, bro. No.
Almost gotcha.
Snake bite.
No. Almost gotcha.
All right, so
I guarantee you'll never forget that handshake ever. All right,
I want to get
scarred for life.
I just want to get Bible, Matthew 5.
I'd ask the same question. Why?
Because it means, I don't know, it's something dear to me. Scripture that's dear to my whatever.
To your heart.
Yeah.
And do you feel that having this tattoo brings honor to God by having a Bible?
Yeah, it reminds me. It's just, like. It reminds me of that scripture every time I look at it.
It reminds me of that scripture. But why doesn't it remind you of the scripture that says not have anything written from anything from above and below?
What do you mean? There's nothing written from above and below. What do you mean? It's
the scriptures comes from above, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it from God?
Are you really trying to do that, bro? Are you showing
I'm just
me?
Asking.
What kind of example are you showing me?
What would you say?
This is like a poor. It's like a poor attack. Like what is this?
A poor.
Are you? So
attack.
if I'm the Christian, are you the legalist or?
Yeah, I'm just asking.
Oh, okay.
This is what they would question. These are the things they would ask.
Okay, let's play it. What was the question?
Did you forget the game?
No, I thought you were gonna confront me about the tattoo. Like
yes,
not
I am.
Not in a heretical way. Like really convince me that I shouldn't get this.
But see, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. Where do you have a problem with it?
I would say if you're doing like demonic figures or things that could possibly make someone question, question you. Because if you're supposed to be a man of God and you stand for the things of the light, even if it's a perception from a specific, culture or something, if it could be perceived as evil, I would suggest away from it because it could take them away from the true perspective of the gospel. They'll be distracted.
The perception of evil?
Yeah, they'll see evil And
that's a great
subconsciously.
That's a great convo.
Subconsciously, they might dismiss anything you have to say by saying you're a godly man.
That'll be a great convo, though. That's a great, like, wait a minute, isn't it a Christian fan? Why does he have the devil? Straight devil just chilling.
That would make me question. I would be like, that's weird.
On the right shoulder, just like.
And if that is the devil, like, and you're now Christian, why wouldn't you try to at least get it removed? Like, the fact that you're like.
But what if that's like why do you got that tat on? I thought you're Christian. You know what I mean?
No, I wouldn't ask that.
And they'd be like,
I'm saying subconsciously. I think most people would think
if somebody had that, that's a good way to start a convo. You're in the lake, you're in the beach, you got your shirt off. Yo, you got the devil tat? Like, what's that? Oh yeah, you know what the devil is? And then you just
and then on the front,
you got the
around and it says sucks. So it's just devil sucks.
You're stupid.
You just missed the whole tat.
You're stupid.
It's like, is that Satan on your shirt? Yes, but look.
But bro, that's the Hollywood image.
Justified.
That's the Hollywood image of Satan, though.
Yeah,
that's not the.
Nobody knows what he looks like. Actually,
that's like I don't know what that.
Nobody knows what God looks like.
Yeah.
Somehow they paint him with a white beard. With thunderbolts.
No, that's
Zeus. I know.
That's Zeus. That's not.
Jeez, man.
It's the wrong God, bro. It's like.
But that's they say they all look the same. If you always see a movie with God in it, it's always painted. Look, Family Guy. God, what did he look like?
Frankie.
What did he look like in Family Guy? God. A guy with white hair, a white beard.
True.
And he threw thunderbolts.
True.
That's how they perceive God. Like any movie that has a God in it, and it's a guy with white hair, old, and
sitting on the cloud,
and he's sitting on the cloud
with sandals and a robe for some reason.
Somehow he's the exact image of Jesus.
Why is that God? Why do they act like that God is in the past? Like God is timeless. Why do they always put him like in sandals and in a robe? There's no clothing for God. Like, what are you talking about?
That's where they missed the whole point.
There's no clothing for God, bro. We're the ones that gotta rock the clothes, man. Like, he transcends anything that we. Yo,
but
know what I was thinking?
Yo,
this is a good convo. Good convo. Now lock in, bro. Lock in. This is a good convo. Ready? This is a good convo. Ready? And I forgot it.
Well, we were talking about Jesus and how they make God look exactly the same. Like he has to wear clothes,
bro. So you got people that are living their life, right?
Yep.
To show that pretty much they're gods, right? Mm-hmm. Right? The human desire is to, on social media, the desire is to post the best, to be the best, to get the best angle, get the best.
How about the wording?
How about get the most
edits? Followers.
How about this? Get the edits. Yo, let's go to models. Like let's go somewhere we never went. I never talked about models. Let's go to models. How models desperately, some of them, I'm not going to say all models because now we're going to get a whole community of models like, get Marrio, let's go out of here.
You know what you're talking about.
Some models, right? How they go out of their way to get their photos edited of their bodies and shaped and eye color changed and everything, or the blemishes all gone. Like they are not at all what they look like in their photos. At all.
No, I know. What is it? Photoshop is a crazy tool.
So the human psyche is to cover the blemishes,
to look perfect.
Look perfect. Have the most money. Look at these famous YouTubers, the rich millionaire ones that can just buy millions of those little bouncy balls and fill their whole mansion up with the bouncy balls. And then they just jump around from room to room,
they just blew. Like,
let's just do this. Yeah, I seen one of them do a Minecraft. Their whole they had like a factory or like a garage, but it looked like a factory, and they have this whole Minecraft live Minecraft building that you could walk in and you know what I'm saying? Like what in the world?
Just cause,
you know what I mean? Like just cause. Or let's rent a monster truck and go driving around in regular streets for the day. Whatever we want to do.
Must be nice.
The whole.
Must be able to decide to do something cool.
Oh, you moved? Did you fix it? Can you move it back, please?
Oh, damn! She drop kicked it.
Thank you, my love. She's like, poof. But the whole mindset is to perceive as though you're flawless.
Yeah. No, that's
to be perceived as.
Even in the music industry, a lot of people there's certain conversations I've had with people who don't understand, and they think that when you blow up and you get a contract in music, that you automatically have all the things that those artists have when they're in the video with the chains and all the cars power and all that. It's like, nope. What you're seeing is debt.
Yeah.
I was like, because the record label pays for all that because they want their artists to look rich, to look unattainable, to look completely out of this world, rich, famous, successful, because you're buying into the product. You're buying into that. But notice how they paid that product.
Yeah.
With the best of the best jewelry, the best cars, the best houses, the best hotels. Everything is just lavish because it's that perfection.
Yep.
It's the perfection that they're trying to sell.
And bro, it gets to their head with fame. You get, like, let's say you get millions of people following your stuff every time you go live, every time you're on social media doing your thing, and people are just, gravitating to your stuff. Gets to your head, along with the millions, along with the money, along with everything taken care of. You feel untouchable. You feel like a demigod, and you feel like, yo, all the stars aligning for me at this very moment, right? And you feel like you there. I'm there, man. Everyone else is beneath me. And a lot of them, like in the world, like a lot of them own that. When you hear these rappers and stuff, they just own that. I am the best, bro. I am. They're almost saying they God. You know what I mean? Like, I do this, I do that. It ain't nothing to me. I do this. Talking about girls, all this stuff, just misusing girls and mistreating girls, and these dudes, this and that. I mean, it's like untouchable. Like, I got this. You guys, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the best. I'm a god. You can't touch me. I'm untouchable. And then you think, and you're like, okay, all right, you untouchable. You a god. You the best, right? Try to go a month without eating. Don't eat no food. Don't drink no drinks. You a god. You untouchable. You don't need nothing. Go without eating.
It's a humbling experience.
You can't do. Yo, matter of fact, do without air. Can you do without air? No. Are you guaranteed to live forever? Like, are you there forever? No. You're gonna bring your stuff with you when it's over? No. You can't guarantee that. There's no warranty for that. You can't guarantee that. You live a lifetime to build up your kingdom, then you die and pass it on, and who knows what happens after that? It's gone. You ain't bringing it with you. You're not bringing none of the success that you built up with you. Not a dollar, not a cent, nothing is going with you. Everything that you spent a lifetime building up here is gone at that moment when that expiration date comes and you meet your maker. So all that pride and all that arrogance and all that, I don't do that, you got to eat. You got to use the bathroom. You got to shower. You got to take care of your stuff. How you going to fight against those wrinkles when they start coming in? And they will. They take steroid shots. They be like, yo, I'm going to do everything that I can to fight against this and try to, bro, if they have the the Fountain of Youth somewhere, like, bro, there's people that for real, went on expeditions to find the Fountain of Youth, for real.
That's crazy. Yeah, I saw the episode of that reunion thing of Friends. What's her face? Courtney Cox. She looked like a completely different person. She looked like a completely different person. I'm like, why did they do that? And I don't know if it's surgery. It could just be Botox. I don't know. But whatever she did, it doesn't look like her. In that straight pursuit of trying to look perfect.
Scary, bro.
Even when you're getting old and gray,
man,
like,
that's so
you're still struggling with that. Like, yo, just grow old.
That's terrifying. I feel, how you feel for real?
There's no disrespect to growing old. Like,
yo, do it gracefully. That's it.
Grow
just grow
old. How God intended you to grow old.
Wear it, man.
Like, I see my grays. I ain't crazy. Like,
yeah, just wear it.
And I think about, like, yo, man, I'll probably shave off a few years if I just dyed this black. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lie. It's just continuously doing it over and over and over just to cover up something that's naturally happening to me. So I'm like, you know what?
Yo, that's so
If my whole joint turns gray, I think I might look fire, actually. I might hurry this process up. Just dye this whole thing gray. Like, I don't care. Like, I think that people get so lost in how they look. And I think that's the reason why social media, as far as, like, Instagram has gotten as crazy, because people just want to stay young. They want to stay beautiful. They have these filters that adjust.
Everything needs to be on point. Your relationship needs to be perfect. Your gear needs to be perfect. Your looks need to be perfect. Your angles need to be perfect.
A stupid amount of money
You got to take 6 photos just to get the right one. Like, yo, what kind of discernment is that? Like, it's
crazy.
What kind of discernment is that when you got to take 6 photos to get the right one? What part of the discernment in the spiritual walk is it when you're looking for the right photo?
Yo. Or the right filter?
Yeah,
you got some serious
for real.
Second world country. First world country have it behind. When you're like, man, I'm persecuted. What's wrong? I can't even find the right filter. This filter is not even working.
I'm so oppressed. They don't even offer the right filter.
Yo, this is censorship. They're not even allowing me to seem beautiful. This is censorship.
This is censorship because they don't allow me to look beautiful. This is censorship. Okay? This is censorship. Oppression at its finest.
Oh, shoot.
Goodness.
First world having ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, that's some serious first world country problem.
That's a fact. That is.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with like it's when people say their life is over or they have a bad day because the filter's just not working right.
I remember when the only filters we had at one point was at the carnivals where they had the mirrors that just made you look skinny. Like,
that was literally the first filters.
That was like the only. Ooh, I like the way. And even then, I like the way I look in this mirror.
It makes my hips look so nice.
Do you know that gyms have mirrors that squeeze in like that to encourage people and motivate people?
Get out of here. That's genius. They're like, look at these results.
Look at these results.
And
are
then
crazy.
They go home and they're like, what the hell? Did I get fat on the way home?
I need to go back in that gym. It makes me feel better.
I never got that Big Mac on the way home. Damn it.
Take all your photos in the gym reflection.
Because the results, you're like, I could afford a Big Mac. And you get home and you actually see yourself fat again. Oh my God, I'm fat again.
Come to the gym and look what I look like. Okay.
Is that why they say it's wow? Because you look in your mirror and you're like, wow. Until you get home.
You got all these people trying to steal the mirrors out of the gyms. This is what I really look like.
Just so you guys know, there's a place out here that's called Wow Gym.
Yo, how about this?
People who don't live here.
I identify as that person in the mirror.
Huh?
I identify as that person in the mirror. My results are spectacular.
Excuse me, you're overweight. Excuse me, actually, I'm not. I identify as skinny.
Consult this. No.
I identify as skinny. It says 150 pounds. Actually, it's 175.
How far can you go with that?
But I'm really identified as 125.
Would you try to get on the ride, or you're not tall enough, or you're overweight, or whatever? You're like, I identify as, you know what I mean? Or you're underage.
Somebody start using
I identify as 21. You know what I mean?
They don't though. That's weird. Everything except age.
Yep.
It's like age is the only thing sacred. It's like, no, that you have to tell
if I was a kid in this time, I would be one of those that would be so. But I identify as 21, officer.
Therefore,
these sitting kids.
Your license is in his hands, and it literally says you're 15.
Goodness, yeah, man. These rebel kids are like having fun with that. Like just like. It's the age of excuses, bro.
Yo, that's amazing.
Oh, man.
Why didn't that exist when I was in school? I would have identified of all types of things.
Yo, actually, that's a good point, man.
I identify as water, so I need to go to the pool.
They say...
What do you want me to do?
What'd you say? I identify as
water,
a goldfish?
As water, so I need to go to a pool. I need to be with my family. This environment is so oppressive. Nobody here is water like me. I'm a minority. How about that?
So is it advancement in society, or is it really just pampering and just make is our culture just super soft? Like,
I don't understand.
Is that exactly what it? Because they say it's advancement. They say it's advancement, right? Like respect. You got more rights. You have more. You know what I mean? Like jobs used to be at one point almost like straight up like masters and they would abuse you like slaves, bro. Like some jobs, like the mills and stuff. Like, dude, the mill was your only job.
Facts.
That was your only job. If you got so-and-so mad, this supervisor mad, and he shut you down, you have to uproot your entire family and find somewhere to go because the mill was the only job. And you had some bosses, some people that knew they had that power. There wasn't really this whole, rights in the workplace and all this stuff. And they were just having that, doing whatever they wanted to do, like kings in their little kingdoms. Yeah. So in a lot of ways, we addressed a lot of issues, right? We gave a lot of workers the rights and protected a lot of people from that kind of abuse. We did in a lot of ways. But in a lot of ways, it allowed people to kind of abuse the system too. You know, because you have employees that know their rights. You know what I'm saying? And they can be a thorn in your side.
Yep.
They'll use it against you. Not keeping their job, like not doing their job, and then try to flip it on you. So now you got to go in circles and try to figure out.
What do you mean?
Like some employees would know, like, oh shoot, you're trying to get at me. So then they get disgruntled and they protect themselves using the laws and stuff, like using their rights. Yeah. Oh, he's just trying to he's witch hunting or whatever. You know what I mean? Yep. Go to HR and complain. File a complaint. So some people, like, did we become soft with all these rights and all the attention to the people being abused and stuff? Or are we advancing to think about people's, how people feel and everybody? It's really down to people's rights, right? Their freedoms to be who they are and think how they think.
But I mean, that's the thing that they're boiling it down to. They're boiling it down to a right, but it's also something that a lot of people don't agree with. And the issue is, why are we making everybody agree on something that's not law, is not proven to be scientific, is not proven to be anything? So whether you identify as boy, female, whatever it is, to make people recognize it. I think that's the disconnect that a lot of people have. It's like, why are you making me as if it's a law to call you whatever you identify as? And that begs the question, then when it starts to get silly, when you identify as all these other crazy things.
That's why the abuse comes in.
Abuse, yeah. It's an abusive thing because now people can literally say whatever. And it's already happening. There's some pretty bad things happening.
Dude,
in prisons.
How do you have any
people who claim to be of the opposite and they're going into the same lockup facilities as other people that are not really the same, and bad things are happening?
Let me ask you this. Even if it was like a Christian president, or let's say you had somebody with moralistic values,
we have a Christian president?
Let's pretend like there's an actual believer who becomes president. Let's say.
That'd be dope.
Do you think that there still won't be a bunch of issues that even you have and with decisions made and everything?
Of course. I don't think any president, whether he's Christian or not, is going to please everyone or do perfectly. Because at the end of the day, we're still man. We're still human. There's still going to be dang, I messed up.
I mean,
no matter who's president, he'll be the most Christian person on the planet.
We talked about this actually. They'll
probably be a little bit wiser in making mistakes because, as a believer, we tend to like really think things through, discern, and all these things. So there are qualities that will help, but they're still going to make mistakes.
You have a person who has a restraint of the Holy Spirit that lives inside of him. Christian, right? Mm-hmm. Then you have somebody who has no restraint, but the common grace of God, that kind of restraint. Because even the worst man cannot be the worst man. Because there's still a level of restraint on him.
Correct.
The worst man cannot be the worst man.
Bars.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you think of the worst human that ever lived, he could have been worse.
Yeah, if God allowed him,
if God allowed him to live out his dreams, can you imagine a dude like Superman? Can you imagine a person with the powers of Superman that actually existed with supernatural strength, the ability to fly, shoot laser beams out of his eyes? Dude, I'm sorry, I'm with the government at that point. Get that dude locked up. Yeah. Find that dude, lock him up.
But that's the reason why they had to paint him like the perfect savior. He can't lie. He tells the truth all the time. He grew up with the perfect family.
My bell in the building. Wow.
So that's how they were able to introduce such a grand idea, like someone who is superhuman to exist among us, because that is super frightening.
Very.
Imagine one bad day, he gets sick and tired of it. Boom, dead. You're dead.
You can't do that.
A flick. Just a flick. You're dead.
Matter of fact, you're right. One tantrum, not even toward anybody. He might just be
his own kid.
No, he might just be like this on the ground.
You know how many times I tell you, pew!
Dude, he stubs his toe and hits the ground. Boom, and like earthquake on the whole side of the earth.
The whole country falls.
The whole country. It's like, man, just let this dude have a bad day and accidentally just blow up. Just out of anger.
That's the reason what makes it so frightening, because we're imperfect.
Yo, that's what makes God amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my
all that
goodness.
power, and he can easily decide to just
amazing.
Be like, you know what, this earth.
Oh my God.
The whole thing.
Can you imagine if God was like
and then
us?
He just bring it back anew. You know what?
Can you imagine if God was like us? How we be treating people? Oh, heck no. They whatever. I don't like the way they look at me. Bam. They write you off. Can you imagine if God looked at us and was like, I don't like the way you be treating me? Like, bam, and just snap his face. Bro,
I don't like how you be sinning.
Thank God he's not like us, bro. I don't like the way none of y'all be saying it. Boom! Like, yo,
you really gonna look at the sky like that?
In a second,
man. You really gonna look up in the sky like that? You froggy? Go ahead, leap.
And he'll make you leap. Here you go. You gonna leap.
Thunder's hitting your feet. Oh,
you gonna leap, bro? They are terrified and can't control weather. Although some people will say they can. Harp.
Bum bum bum.
Some people say they can control the weather.
It's called harp.
Yeah, harp.
Wow.
Let me harp on this. No. Let me harp on this. No.
Wow.
Let me stop. That was before. Hold on.
Let me harp on this.
That was before.
Let me harp on this.
That was before.
Let me jump on the beat.
What?
Let me hop on this.
That was an actual track before Christ.
We be dropping all types of old school jams. I hope people catch it.
I want to see if I can find that track. What's track? Was that Cyborg?
Yes.
Was that Cyborg with Au Naturel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Back in the day. All right.
Man, those were good days.
Was that before or after Fortune Tellers?
Babe,
that was definitely after.
You were in that. Were you in that track?
No.
You were in one of those tracks.
She never did anything in that.
Yeah, she did something in some track. We did a track, and you were in it.
Was it Chase Sage Productions?
My goodness. No, she had bars. She had a verse.
Sorceress.
It was me, the sorceress.
It was Sorceress.
And Au Naturel.
Just in case I didn't know, Samy was called Sorceress.
No. Yep. Listen, this is before.
That was that hot fire, okay? I wish I could pull that track up. Oh, it was hot fire.
That's long.
Man, Samy, you went in. I remember that. Man, you went in. You actually spit. Like, you sounded like you rap.
Yeah.
I think I wrote it for you, though.
She would have been the first Cardi B.
It was me who wrote it for you, right?
Yeah.
She could have been the first Cardi B. That was a missed opportunity on your part.
The CHH Cardi B.
She could have been.
That's nasty. What parts of Cardi B?
No, at this point,
what are you doing
at this point, if you started back then, you'd be more like the Evie Queen.
Wait, what parts are we going with here?
If she was still rapping to this day, she'd be more like Evie Queen.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Is that a diss?
No, because I am not a rapper.
This was like
just
more. A rapper. You can spit.
I mean, that was like what, 15 years ago?
Yes.
If you were 15 years into CHH right now, that's a long time.
Yeah, I got to write a track for Samy Esco.
Why not?
There's got to be a Samy Esco.
But she has to do those braids. She looks hard.
Wow.
We'll flip it out. I'll do the camera this time
just
around. We'll just ping pong. So you put out a release 1 month.
No.
I'll do a video for you.
No.
And then I put out the release the next month. You do a video of me. And we just keep going back and forth. And we'll just fire Gil.
Yep. Wow.
I'll comment. I'll be a commentator.
Do you see that?
I'll join.
Wait, that's gross.
I'll join Son of Mick.
So are you a commentator on the music videos that we produce?
Yes.
So you have another YouTube channel?
I'll be like the Beavis and Butthead thing of y'all videos.
Just our video.
Yeah, just our team. And I'll be like, oh, here comes Sorceress.
Oh, and you're dissing us. And you're dissing us.
And now you're hers.
That's not what I meant.
Wait,
I didn't mean for you to be sitting and dissing us.
He is the Mexican Drake. The Mexican Drake. He's coming. That's the fat voice. He doesn't even the right artist. I said he's the Mexican
Marrio.
Drake. Totally not even the right artist, okay? Not even the right artist.
Fat boys.
I didn't even say you was fat.
Fat.
I said a Mexican Drake. This dude goes, I'm a fat boy.
Yo, it was super foul. Well, me and Dreams, shout out to Dreams. Hold on, shout out to Dreams. It was so messed up. We had a college project.
Yo, why can't we put that on the show?
And Dreams.
Yo, put that on right now.
We did a.
Yo, I swear.
Yo, that's whack.
Put that on right now.
Really, bro?
Yes.
Right.
That would make this show epic.
No, this is whack.
Epic. I'm in this. What do you mean? I have just as much stake as you.
I rap in this. Oh, wait, you sing in this thing.
I sing in this thing.
That's true.
What are you talking about?
All right.
I forgot about that.
Let me see if I can find it. What was it called? Phrases, clauses.
Phrases and clauses. You're in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching right now, you are in for a treat.
Phrases, clauses.
It is.
Phrases,
it's coming. It's coming up.
Okay, kids, take notes while I preach.
Please, Dreams, tell me you didn't take it down. Dreams, if you took it down, Dreams, I'm coming after you if you took it down.
Oh, okay. I spelled it wrong. That's why they didn't.
Dag, you need to take that class again.
I know. I know, man. How you spell clauses?
Dude, I think YouTube would even write it for you if you just write close enough to it.
Phrases, clauses.
It's not phrases, clauses.
Esco? Dude, if it comes up Marrio Esco, that's corny.
Yo, I think Dreams took it down.
Down.
He was like, I am not.
How come my pastor comes up?
I'm not getting caught slipping on this. He took it down. Yo, you're foul, Dreams.
Because I know you're
the only one that had access to that.
Dreams.
There's no way anybody else could take it down. It had to have been.
Is this it?
Please
no, that's not it.
No, that's not it.
Oh, no, that thing is down, bro.
Dag, man.
Dreams took it down.
Yo, we got to hit up Dreams. I know he has that somewhere.
Dreams like, yo,
if he deleted it, that is going to break my heart, soul, and everything in between.
I can't find it.
Whatever.
All right. Well, anyway, why don't we jump into a real track?
Yes.
Here is Bryann Trejo, I Try, featuring Brandon Trejo.
This one crazy.
Hey. Honestly, I strive to be just like the sun, but I need more God in me. Lord, just be with me as I go. Got my past and put angels where I stroll. Though I try to push and get right. Calling out to God through my midnight. I try to fight the evil, killing all my flesh to show my people.
Hey, what's up with Uncle Twin? Heard that he a preacher now. Better tell him I don't want it if it's evil now. I'm still a soldier, ain't no weakness in my meekness now. I live for Jesus, I refuse to let my people down. God must love my tears because he bottled mine. He wrote them down on paper when he see me crying. God must love my head because he numbered them. Every detail of my life, every one of them. Made a covenant with my eyes, a covenant with my ears. Some things I refuse to see, some things I refuse to hear. A covenant with my mouth, won't speak the things that decay. Some things I refuse to do, some things I refuse to say. Hey, take my Bible out, read it and apply. Lord, I thank you for your promise every day that you supply. Hey, hands to heaven as I look up to the sky. I know that I regret it if I never fully try.
Honestly, I strive to be just like the sun, but I need more God in me. Lord, just be with me as I go. Got my past and put angels where I stroll. Though I try to push and get right. Calling out to God through my midnight. I try to fight the evil, killing all my flesh to show my people.
I told my nephew, hope you grow to be a godly man. Find a godly woman, have a godly fam. Don't be like me and have your children scattered everywhere. Different pieces of my heart I planted everywhere. If you're married there, you'll be buried there happily ever after. Not only men in the fairy tales. They focus on the step, don't look at the stairs. Take it one day at a time, talk to God in prayer. Study yourself to be approved, to show you well prepared. Life can be unfair, but you know Jesus cared. Man, your daddy will be proud to see you overcome the man that you become. I love you, man, like you my son. You see this weight that I carry, come help me carry this. Everything I had before I leave, you will inherit this. Hands to heaven as I look up to the sky. Both of us gon' regret it if we never fully try.
Honestly, I strive to be just like the sun, but I need more God in me. Lord, just be with me as I go. Got my past and put angels where I stroll. Though I
try. The push and get right. Calling out to God through my midnight. I try. To fight the evil. Killing all my flesh to show my people. Hands to heaven as I look up to the sky. I regret it if I never fully try. Hands to heaven as I look up to the sky. I regret it if I never fully try.
That's what's up. Bryann Trejo, I Try, featuring Brandon Trejo. Shout out to Kingdom Music.
Super fire.
I respect dude's conviction.
Oh yeah, man.
Respect his grind. He's always been true to his purpose.
Yep.
So shout out to Bryann Trejo.
Real dude.
So we got a caller. Left a message.
Super dope.
We're gonna play this.
Hey, what's up? This is Justin calling from Orange County, California. I was just calling to see or maybe bring up a topic that I would like to hear you guys' perspective on. How we, the body of Christ, the church, maybe how we have grown as a church on this side of the beginning of, COVID, quarantine, all that. So a year plus after all that took place, where we as the church have grown and where we as the church need to improve on. Shameless plug, we from Raza. That's where we're at.
Raza.
And yeah.
Oi! Oi! Oi!
Right back at you, brother.
Oi!
So
So the question was how we have grown as a church. And the perspective on how we, the body of Christ, let me see, have grown and where we need to improve.
I would say where we've grown, I think, is like truly,
especially in regards to like everything that's been happening. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think one of the big ones is appreciating fellowship, because people were in their homes for so long, away from the church, away from sermons, like just listening to it from a screen, like for so long, almost a year. So it kind of made you really think like, dang, man, church really is important, because although we're still receiving the word, still getting it, it's not quite the same as being in the church with your brethren, singing the hymns, hearing the sermons with the jokes and everybody laughs, like just that whole experience, completely different. So for me, at least for me, I would say the church definitely learned to appreciate that scripture that says, do not forsake the fellowship. I think that's a major one for me.
Amen.
I would say count it all as joy because it produces, how's it go? Steadfastness.
Yeah.
Let's read it. I want to read it. Count it all as joy. Okay, James. Here we go. Count it all as joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness, and let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. That's how I feel this whole situation, this whole pandemic was. Purification. Sanctification.
I agree.
See, everybody that is panicking and worried, it's showing that's exposing. This is, the pandemic came, things are happening that exposes fear. It's exposing. Where you have in the word, it tells us to count it all as joy. You're worried. You're stressed. You're consumed by fear. That exposes where your heart is. And now, how do you respond when you feel fear and you feel that anxiety and that rush and everyone's buying toilet paper? Am I missing something?
Everybody's buying milk and bread.
Should I go and buy toilet paper too? What am I missing? Like,
I want to know what the combination is: milk, bread, and toilet paper. What do you make with this stuff?
Like everyone's buying water. Am I missing something? Like you panic and you say, "Hurry up! We gotta get toilet paper."
To this day, I still don't understand.
Hurry up! Like, yo, there's something secret in the toilet paper. No, but I mean, like, so now how do you respond? The fear, the anxiety comes in. How are you to respond?
Close the bathroom door.
Yeah. Yo, some
With
people.
all that toilet paper.
Okay, all right. Can I be real? Can I be real?
Yeah.
When before the pandemic started, I don't know how many of y'all got the messages.
What do you mean?
The alert from somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many of us got the secret update.
I did.
The state's gonna close. Hurry up and get water. Somehow the thing got out before anything closed. Somehow the word got out. The masses figured it out. Somebody was spilling the beans, and it got through the grapevine, and everybody knew. Go get your stuff ready. Go get. And people are secretly going to the store. You know how you're secretly trying to get in front of the line, in front of the other person. You see them with your peripheral. They're about to get to the line first, so you kind of speed it up real quick.
First of all, if I see any dude do the cha-cha-cha to beat me at the... he can have it.
No, don't lie.
If he looks at me and I look at him and then he goes...
Don't lie.
I'll be like...
No. Don't lie.
I'll get the next one.
Don't lie. There's like 6 other dudes.
Cha-cha-cha.
Dude, there's like 6 other dudes right coming with me.
Somehow
everybody's
they're
trying to creep. Everybody's trying to creep in the line.
Oh my God.
I was like, wait a minute, is there a conga line?
They would not line up for it, bro. They're trying to cut each other off, man.
I know, that's why it's funny. Dummy.
Hurry up, get in there. They line up. What in the world? All right. So what was I going with that? So secretly you had the temptation to be like, oh, everyone go get your water.
Yep.
You're just going in for your normal groceries. You're like, please. You get the text. These people who panic. No, you go in there, right? You're like, oh, these people who panic, ain't not gonna happen to our country. Like, come on. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. How many times you heard this? Then you go to the grocery and you're like, what's going on? Yo, what is going on? And then you start seeing one way on the ground and you're like, yo, what? And then mask, dude. Yeah. Like, I'm still actually, I know we just came over it, but bro, if you think about it, it's still crazy what we just went through. Yeah. And we're still
coming back,
going through.
Now coming back.
Bro, it's like, and a lot of us
newsflash.
A lot of us so desire for this to be like something that we just, it's like Twilight Zone. Just pretend like it never happened.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny?
Live normal lives.
Is that everybody was just like, just get the facts. Get the facts. Get the facts and get the facts. And you're like, oh, what's the facts? The facts is, if you get the vax, we can get back to normal. It's our best shot. Get it?
Wait,
it's our best shot.
Wait, is all this for real?
Yeah,
are you
these are
really
all slogans.
spitting real stuff right now?
Yes, 100% facts.
Get the vax is the facts?
Yeah. Get the facts and get the vax. These are all slogans that I've seen on billboards.
It's your best shot?
Yeah.
Do not miss your chance to blow.
Yeah. Yep.
This opportunity.
They're getting the vaccine and their head is exploding. Get the shot.
You only get one shot.
You only get one.
Bro, listen to me. Listen to me.
If it's Johnson & Johnson.
They're probably going to like tag this and whatever with the
No, but this is my
real vaccination information.
I'm not saying anything against the vaccine. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that I thought it was funny that they were so matter of fact, right? And like, just get it so we can go back to normal. Did you not hear them? If you don't have to wear a mask if you're vaccinated, we're trying to get normal. Now everyone's vaccinated. You got 175,000 people who've been vaccinated, and guess what they said? Put your mask back on. It doesn't matter if you're vaccinated. Put it back on.
Facts.
It doesn't matter. You're not special. Who cares if you got the vax? Obviously, they didn't get the fax. And the fax is, put the mask back on. It's the most confusing thing ever. So it's like all these people are like the badge of honor.
Get your vax straight. What? Look,
you got vaccinated? Where?
Why don't you get your vax? We should bring up our slogan. Our little logo. How you call it? Slogan. We should bring up our slogan. Get your vax straight.
Get your vax straight. All right.
Wear the shirts. They're saying, know the facts, get your vax. We're like, get your vax straight.
That's actually genius,
right?
bro. Get your vax straight. Shoot.
Yeah.
We just gave y'all $1 million. Probably.
Yeah,
I know bad people.
We always do.
God.
Creative tip.
Oh my God, where can I make a shot? Printfall. Work for me, Printfall. Make me money.
Get your vax straight. And then you secretly make the other side too. Yeah, that's an entrepreneur. Get your vax straight.
Dude, that's
and
amazing.
know the facts and get your vax in the same store.
That is amazing. That's amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, but yeah, I'm not talking bad about the vaccine.
There's
I'm just saying it's weird how it was like the badge of honor, and now it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't even matter. Put your mask back on. I got the facts. It doesn't matter.
So, with all the chaos
Grow right back
and everything happening, I feel like
when they hit you with the Lion King, I got the fact. It doesn't matter. It grew right back.
It doesn't. They hit you with
like what grows right back? The vaccine. It has the variant.
You get smacked with a coconut. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It grew right back. What grew right back? There's another variant. Did you not hear?
And he has nothing with no coconuts in his head. Like, well, how'd you hit me with the coconut? You're like just chilling with nothing.
We're at the airport.
All right, so I said all that to say, when the pressure is on, when the trials and tribulations come, that's when your faith is tested, and it's either you honor God in that moment or you don't. Your actions and how you respond to the situation is what determines whether you're bringing in pleasure or not.
For real.
And it determines a lot for things change. If you're a young person, you're gonna be struggling with a lot of that all the way through, and hopefully you're standing firm on your own convictions. You're reading because you got to have discernment in this situation.
Yep.
And then you have, if you're a father, a pastor, man, and pray for the pastors of congregations on deciding when to respect the law and when to stand firm. Like, you got to really have discernment for this time.
People who got arrested out here.
It's
crazy. Pastors who got arrested for preaching the gospel because they didn't close. But that whole situation was crazy, man. Because you got people. Think about this. This to me was the most funniest part. It's like, close that church down. You guys are being reckless. You want to go to the liquor store on the way home? Yeah. Kind of low on liquor. It's like, what? Liquor's a necessity, but church ain't? Last time I checked, there's a lot more people who go to a church and stay there for hours than a liquor store. People go to the liquor store and leave. So they're not staying there. They're not like getting their lives changed over this liquor. They're just buying what they need and going. So it begs the question, then what is the purpose? It's because of the money. So now we're making decisions off of money. This should be closed because we're not going to make money off of this. But this, we can make some money off of this. So that's
the opportunity. The opportunity, bro.
That's the part that makes it crazy, and it makes you look at church a little bit differently too. Like, church is a serious thing. It kind of gives you more reverence because of how easily it was dismissed. Easily, like that could be closed. Close that down easily, but yet it was a struggle.
You know what? You have me thinking now.
For other things that really didn't need to be open. I'm sorry, but people could have survived without liquor for a year.
Yeah, you have me thinking now, like, about how opportunists live on that opportunity. For this situation, like right now, how can I profit? How can I profit? You know what I'm saying? Like, what can I do? How can I profit? How can I profit? And they make decisions based off profit.
Closing restaurants down, but liquor stores could be open.
Right. How do you feel about the idea of opportunity as a Christian?
In what way, though? Like business opportunity or just opportunity in general?
Like, do you think that that's the way to be? Like, this is the time to now find a resolution
I mean, if you
let's find a solution for a problem to capitalize on the situation and make profit.
Well, That's what I'm saying. It just depends, because if this is a product that you're creating that's going to help people,
then you should get paid.
You should get paid because of, not simply because you should get paid just because you need the money or whatever, but the product needs to be remade. You need to continue
for all the costs.
Yeah, the cost
just
of
to keep
making
it going,
the product,
producing
to keep it going, manage it, pay for employees.
Facts.
You need all these different things. Then obviously to devote your time, because you need to get paid in order to survive yourself. So this endeavor needs to somehow kick back to you too, because if not, you need to go get a job. And then who's going to run it now? So that's reason why I feel like it depends. If you're creating something that's going to help people and you're using your business savvy in that way, yeah. But if you're giving people a product that they don't need,
all right, go.
Simply
ready?
because you're going to make
ready?
this money.
All right, ready? Masks.
It was necessity because the factories weren't able to produce it quick enough. So that's why a lot of companies.
It was necessity?
Yeah, because the hospitals didn't have any. There was shortage.
All right, so
they were donating
from your research.
Majority of the people
from
who made
your
masks
research and what you studied, were masks effective against the COVID or not?
Oh, now that's a different question.
I'm asking you, Gil.
That's a different question.
You're capitalizing on the
effectiveness.
Let me ask you something.
Where there's a demand.
So you're
two different questions.
You're capitalizing on the situation, and you're selling masks. Let's say, as a Christian, you want to create a something for the greater good of the people, and you have this idea to create these masks, to sell these masks. Go ahead. Yeah, good or not?
Me, Gilbert, I would say that's bad.
Okay.
Bad as heck.
Okay, why?
Because
so are you saying that a Christian right now who, let's say, started some online website to sell these custom-made masks for people, are you saying that they're in the wrong?
I'll say this.
Let's go.
I'll say this.
Let's go. Are they wrong?
What is his conviction? He may be leaning so much towards helping people that he may completely justify it, and it for him is not a sin.
All right, how does he
helping people?
How does he justify it?
He's helping people.
Tell me. Tell me. Be the justifier. Be the guy that's trying to sell it to me.
I believe these masks actually help, and I know there's a shortage, so I'm going to put the community to create as many masks that are as effective as possible with the means that I can afford. So would you like to donate so that way I can get the best possible materials and create masks that will truly save lives?
Okay, now let's say I did my research and I bring up all these scientific, factual evidence that the mask doesn't really do anything at all. I show you.
Okay.
And you say, what are you going to say?
Wow, that's amazing. I guess I have to pivot.
Pivot? There goes the whole mask idea, man.
That's exactly what I would say.
So you would expect that response. You would expect that response?
Yeah, I would expect people to be like,
so what if the response is, I don't care. It's still a way to capitalize.
Then I would say that
profit.
Christian needs to really reevaluate their business decisions.
I hope
and they're I don't know, their willingness.
Everybody
to
should be
buck.
investing in the mask companies right now. Like everyone should be investing.
At this point, it's saturated. You ain't making nothing at this point.
Oh yeah, everybody already done investing.
CVS got in the game. You can get a CVS mask now. Like, come on. When CVS gets in the game, you're like, all right. It's over.
It's a wrap. They got Walmart brands. They got Jordan brands.
They got Nike, Under Armour.
It's a wrap. Under Armour brands.
Under Armour makes a mask, bro.
Forget it.
Try to win that race.
Yeezy got one for like $1,000.
Like, yeah, but my mask are Gil Vargas.
The Yeezy one is a helmet. It's like a space helmet. Oh Check out this mask, Yeezy.
No, he always sells things that look cheap. So it's probably just a roll of duct tape that says Yeezy on it.
And it's artsy. It's duct tape. It's duct tape right around your mouth and your nose. It like suffocates you. What in the world?
Get the vax.
Yeah, on the duct tape it says "Get the vax," handwritten by Kanye himself on every single piece of stuff.
He's at the factory.
These are my new masks, Kanye. This is duct tape. With your handwriting on it.
See, you're clearly not
says "Get the facts." What is going?
You think like the masses. That's why.
What is happening, man?
I think outside the box. I'm a genius.
I think outside the mask.
I think outside the mask.
So to answer Justin's question, I think it brought about a lot of sanctification and growth, to be honest, and I think it exposed a lot of people.
Yeah,
I think it honestly exposed a lot of people, and not just exposed a lot of people,
good and bad.
Right. No, facts. Good and bad.
Things that they didn't know they had.
Yo, some people are coming out of this with more assurance than anything.
I believe so.
Some people are like, oh my goodness. Like, I didn't expect myself to respond the way I did.
Yep.
I sought after the
Marriages were tested. That's
facts. Facts.
Imagine
Families.
being home with your wife all day
tested.
long. You better love her.
All night. No.
All night long. All night. You better love her.
Should we go on our next track? I don't know where to go from there. Hopefully that answered Justin's question.
He's gonna be like, I am never asking a question ever again.
There's my answer.
Not only did they not answer, but I left more confused than going in. It's like I was supposed to at least walk away somewhat assured.
It was a trial for all Christians around the world. We're all affected by what's going on.
Marrio feels self-conscious. Look, he's adding.
No, I'm just
no, we were persecuted. My gosh, Don Darley, I'm gonna do something about it.
If you were Superman with powers right now, that's an earthquake right there, bro. Look at that. And you just joking around. Superman, what happened? I was just joking.
Where did we go to Superman again?
That ain't gonna fly, bro. Can you imagine?
Literally.
Can you imagine him? I was just joking. Look at
all these Superman puns.
Shot a laser across the world.
All these Superman puns.
You shot down like 6 of our satellites. You were joking.
He said, that don't fly. What are you, joking? You know, like the Joker. You know what I mean by that. You know.
Oh my goodness, dude. I don't know how we went back to Superman. How did we go back?
I don't know.
Oh, you hit the table.
Oh, I hit the table.
My bad.
And that brought you to Superman somehow.
That's the way my brain is, man. I don't know.
Like, you see, if you were Superman, you would break the whole world.
You okay?
Yeah. All right, let's jump into our track. This is young boy Swaizy. I'm embarrassed to say, man, I just got put on recently. I feel dude has been out. I did some research. Kid is fire. This is Fountain of Youth Freestyle. Swaizy. Here we go. Did I say Swaizy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, thank God.
Patrick Swayze.
Here we go.
Okay, listen, stay on my grind and I stay on my mission. Listen, little buddy had no pot of pissing. They getting all weird when I tell them I'm Christian. Just like my savior, my flow has been Christian. Blessed by the holy, my flow is so driven. Base hard, I might cause a collision. I trusted the process, you think gotta listen. I spaz on these beats, I don't need your permission. When they hit Swayze, I know they like, oh. I just might hop in and go. Can't scoot over there, jump from for two. Pull up to the shows in my Benny the booth. Call on my MySpace a fountain of youth. Cause when you hop in them, you gon' know the truth. Brain this like an owl, I don't give a. All my boys gas, I get high after. You cannot mess with the kids. I wanna buy mama a crib. Can't let it shop in that list. They don't want small less than 6. Yeah, the oldies don't get anything I be saying. They think I be playing some Sims. Yeah, I cracked the code in my mind in the mainframe. Go to the shows and my shit on the main stage. Hate in the game, I struggle just to maintain balance between all the hate and the love. All I've been doing is making sure my bars are godly. Keep my circle small, I ain't talking about a hottie. Ain't worry about a shotty, I've been working on my hobby. Now I'm gonna be a staple, I ain't working Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, fire.
That was a short track, man.
Swaizy, Fountain of Youth, freestyle. So it's a freestyle. Dope, man. Go peep him, man. He got fire.
I'm gonna definitely check him out.
He can spit.
I didn't know about him either.
Super
first time
dope.
I heard him. Sleeping.
Super dope. Young kid coming up, doing his thing. He had a verse in there that said oldies think he ain't speaking nothing but sins or something like that. Like people don't know what he said, and they're like, "What is he talking about? It must be sinful."
It must be sinful.
What is he saying?
That's the greatest way to explain something you don't understand.
Like when you hear that, I mean,
I don't really get what he's saying.
When you hear him, when you hear this kid spit,
must be he's in sin.
You tell me, like, what makes Young Boy sound dope?
I just think that he has a very unique swag, like the way.
Pause right there. Unique what?
Swag.
Yeah. So you answered me. What makes Young Boy dope? Swag. Right? His vibe.
Mm-hmm.
The way
very
he carries himself on the track.
It almost sounds like he doesn't even care. Like you get a feeling like I don't care, and he's just like
But then you hear
it's like there's no structure.
But then you hear the all the voices come in. Ooh, and you know,
and his bars work with those parts,
like, and you know that was
being intentional.
That was intentional, right? Yeah. So it's the I don't care, but there's intention with the I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't care.
The I don't care is definitely playing. You could tell because he's saying the words.
Okay, what you just mentioned is a dude who's dressed to impress, but he walks like he don't care.
Facts.
That's what you just. That's what you just said.
Yeah.
The dude who knows, y'all, I'm fly, but I'm gonna walk around like I don't care that I know I'm fly. Or I'm gonna walk around like I don't care.
Yeah.
So he just owns his stuff. That's what it is. Confidence is what you're saying. He's confident.
Yep.
At the end of the day, you're saying homeboy's confident in his skin, in his ability, what he does. Right?
You can hear confidence when they play so well with the instrumental and they play with those pockets in a way where their lyrics just really fall into those pockets perfectly. And they're able to hit those pockets in different angles. That's what I mean. Like that's where you get that feeling like I don't care, because he wasn't following just a strict pattern. He kind of was just like up here, down here, left, right. He was just kind of like, I don't know. It's definitely a way of spitting that is not common.
And he wasn't. The thing is that's interesting to me is that I'm attracted to melody.
Yeah.
There wasn't melody on this.
Not much, no. He had elements, but it was still fire.
And it was fire.
Yeah.
So it actually shows me that it isn't the melody that's really attracting me. It's just owning your craft, dude. There's something about that, carrying that confidence and just knowing you got what you got and not caring what people think. Where you could pick up on that mindset of this artist is literally convinced in what he created. This to him is his masterpiece as he's trying to, become better as an artist. Because an artist is always going to develop and become better if you're a true artist.
Yeah.
So it's that confidence and the fact that he's young, like, and you hear that confidence in the young dude, and you're like, oh shoot, and he's bragging about his faith as well. So I don't know, I don't do a lot of research on homeboy, but I'm just going by my ear and what I heard, and that's what I picked up on. I picked up on that uniqueness and that confidence of him not. Do you hear him trying to follow a trend right now?
No, that's what makes him unique. I mean, people try to be like their best self as far as the way they deliver, but I feel like not enough artists really dive into that concept of really finding yourself, and they start to sound like so many other artists. Like the way he delivers it, I can't think of someone who spits exactly like the way he does, which gives me that uniqueness. I can't think of somebody he spits like.
That's why it's important to be disconnected as an artist to find your originality, because you can be tempted into being persuaded, but into a direction that you're not genuinely supposed to be going in.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be going in that direction. And when you become hungry and you think like a capitalist, I don't mean all the time, like a bad capitalist.
Yeah.
Then you do sell out.
Facts.
A good capitalist would say, let me just get paid for what I'm worth and let me master this thing and make this dope and make this something that everybody wants to come after. Like, let me just master stuff. Honestly, the desire shouldn't be, let me make something that everybody wants to come after. That shouldn't be it. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. It should be, let me make something dope. That's it. Like, let me just make something dope. Let me think outside the box and see what's necessary to make this track fire. What can I do to make this track fire? And if you think of that way and you don't force it, bro, like you don't because people can force it. People could be like engineers tend to have that temptation to bump the low end too high, make that kick thump right through everything, and all of a sudden it sounds muffled and like there's no bright sounds. You can't even hear the music clear. You can't hear the singer or the rapper clear through the instrumentation because you're trying to make everything front and center. Yeah. You're like, yo, make everything bump. And it's like, nah, you got to be tasteful with even creativity as artists. What did we do? 6 tracks, 7 tracks for the verse. It's like, do as many dubs as possible. Do it like
gets monotonous.
Bro, we thought like more was better, more energy was better, more.
Come to find out, one track with a little whisper behind it
is all it takes.
It's the world.
Yeah,
it does the world of a
But it's not
difference.
even that. It's whatever's necessary. So it's not to say that a bunch of tracks is bad.
No,
it's just to say what's necessary. What's necessary to improve this? What's necessary to make this better? That's what anything, bro.
It really is.
That's what anything. Videography. What's necessary to adjust and make this more smoother? This transition. How do I be a little bit more creative? How do I tell a story with angles and panning?
I'm only saying this because of I know us and I know our journey and know what we've been through. I think even before you can get to that is really truly discovering who you are and what do you represent. Until you can answer that, it's gonna be hard for you to really tap into that creative space and be able to see what you're describing.
Yeah.
And I think that was the journey.
Yep.
That's the journey. Some people get there quicker. You know, like this young man sounds like he found himself. You know, and there's artists out there that find themselves, really fast. And then there's other people that take a little bit long of a process. Takes family. It takes raising a kid. You know, it takes losing someone. It takes a little bit more. And that artist just starts to develop. And I feel like that's something that most people don't really remember and focus on. So remember meaning an artist who's been an artist for a long time, they kind of forget like how they got to where they got.
Yeah.
Like that process. You know, remind yourself, go back to the basics and remember how you got to the point where you can write the way you write. You know, and I believe it's encouraging to yourself to be like, man, that's where I came from. I think that's what we do too. We'll go back and listen to old stuff and then listen to
do that now.
New stuff. And we're like,
I do that now with new music.
I wish I was writing like that back then. And then there wouldn't be a journey.
I'm going to be prideful. I do that now with new music. With every track I do. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to do better.
Why couldn't I write like this last week?
The next one. I'm going to try to do better the next one.
Yo, but that's dope. And that's how it should be. Even secular recognizes that. They say with each project, you should seek to reinvent yourself. What they mean by that is to find new ways to express what you already can express. You're a great musician. How can you reinterpret something you've done already, but in a different way? So that's kind of like reinventing yourself every single time. And if you think about it, if you listen back to our old projects, each version of the album is a new version of you too.
Wait, time out. It's not. No, it's. I'm gonna disagree with you. Is that okay?
No, of course that's fine.
All right. So
that's what makes an interesting conversation.
I'm gonna disagree with you. I don't think it's about. I don't think it's about. I'll just mute this real quick. I don't think it's about finding a different version of self. You're good, baby. You're good. The light didn't fall on Gil's head.
It would have.
I know. I don't think it's about finding a new way to express, or what did you say? Invent a new way to
reinvent yourself.
I don't think that's what it is. What I think it is finding the ways to master that one project. So, like Biggie said, I go into every track as if it's my last. That's what Biggie said. Biggie's like, I write every track like that's my last track I ever wrote. That mindset, what he's saying is, I give it my absolute all. So you don't go in with the intention of, let me reinvent or let me try to do this differently. Unless it speaks to do something differently. Unless it's necessary to do something differently. That's how you do it tastefully. So if you go in and say, let's challenge ourselves. Yes, you could be innovative depending on what you're doing, and you possibly could create something really dope. Like, let's say, auto-tune. What's the story of auto-tune?
Well, the guy who created it just did it as a kind of like a challenge because he wanted to do the math. He ended up creating it.
But the algorithms that he created, or the formula that he created, was for what?
Was for pitch correction.
From what?
From numbers, really.
Yeah, but from what? Where was that created? Because that was actually created for a different reason.
Oh yeah.
Auto-tune was created.
No. It wasn't that it was created for that. The guy used to use sonar.
There it is.
He used to use sonar and shoot the sound wave, and based off of how it bounced back, he would be able to calculate how deep,
how far an object is, or how deep in the water it is. Right.
So he was already a mathematical genius on being able to calculate waves, like sound waves.
Yeah.
So he thought, if I understood waves in this sense to be able to calculate it and have it come back, he's like, I should be able to do the same with voice sound waves.
Right.
And manipulate them. And then this whole process came when somebody said, well, why don't you invent something that makes me sing perfectly? And he was like, And that's when his gears went. And he was like, I think that's actually possible, because I would just need the right formula to be able to read your vocal pattern, and it'll shoot it back to you correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretically. I know there's a lot more science.
Yeah, he basically...
But that's what he said to the guy, and he did.
And it corresponds. And not only... But they perfected that software to the point where it corresponds with notes.
Yeah.
Now it corresponds with
even
notes.
back then, when he first created it, did it. Like, he can choose notes.
So he already thought of that, because he did that. Yep. No matter what, he invented it to correspond with notes. No matter what. That's what he did.
Yeah.
It's a mathematical... And that's why you sound robotic.
I think what's crazy today is that now you're able to click, drag, and
you can
you couldn't do.
You literally can paint your notes into perfection.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They
perfected it to the point where you can see the graph,
you can paint
and move it.
You're like, you know what?
Back then, they saw the graph.
I don't like where that harmony is. You bring it down. Like,
remove it.
Let me put it over here.
Just delete it.
You know what? Let me add it. Yeah, now that's bugged out. If you could just add words, I want to say, and you write the lyrics.
Unbelievable.
What if you enter your lyrics into the software, and then it arranges lyrics, and then it asks you what note variation you want, and you just pick the note variation.
I'm sure somebody can do that.
And it takes a scan of your voice. You just say a few words: hello, goodbye, how are you, and then it gets your voice, takes the lyrics, spits with your lyrics, and then it rearranges it according to the note variation of the song. Are you kidding me?
I think there's somebody could already do
At that point, every artist needs to quit. There's no music no more. There's no music no more.
They thought the same thing when they found out about like auto-tune. A lot of people thought there was the same thing. Like, dude, you're ruining music, because now anybody could just anybody could just sing now.
The problem is not everybody could be a songwriter. So that's where the magic comes in. You're like, you can sing, but can you write your own stuff? Can you make it sound dope?
Poor T-Pain, they reduced them down to a plugin.
Yeah, T-Pain's usage of the plugin was a sound signature for him as an artist. It was not meant for him to pitch correct himself. It was actually style.
Yeah.
It's no different from what's his name? Travis Scott. Travis Scott uses certain plugins that he uses in most of his songs that are the same plugins. Yeah, and it's that long It's that long reverb.
It has like
and a little bit of delay. You know, they're like, that's his plugin. This dude walks around with his plugin.
Just think about it. He's in the booth going, yeah.
This dude just pulls out. He doesn't even rap. He pulls them out of his pocket. Yeah. Just like, here's my plugins.
They're like keys. Yeah.
Wait, I know I got the right lyric here somewhere. Hold on.
Hold on.
They're like keys.
Leave me alone. Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
Oh man, yeah. Why did we go to the plugins and stuff like that? I don't even know where we were going with that. Originality, artists.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, because we were talking about auto-tune.
Auto-tune, using these things. Going into tracks. The motive of going into tracks and how you're supposed to treat the tracks. With taste. Going in with taste. It's the same. Actually, you can learn a lot about production, music arrangement and production by studying classical music, to be honest.
Oh, of course.
To study classical music, like, I know it's 100%. Weird. I know it's super weird, but if you study classical music, they have these note variations, right? And these instrumentation that they do with the low-end instrumentation, the high-end instrumentation, and they play them harmonizing each other in a way that expresses, classical music is like is lyrics with instruments, bro.
Yeah.
It's telling a story. Like, you legit, if you're consumed by it and you study it and let's say you're putting headphones on and you're meditating, bro. Like, let me just zone out. Like, that thing will tell a whole story. Mm-hmm. That thing will be like, somebody's chasing somebody right now. Somebody's hiding. The summertime. Oh, it's beautiful now. Oh, there's the villain. Like, that thing will tell an entire story of just with instruments. And every individual that gets to experience that same song will experience their own thing. Yo, some people, I know, I'm sorry, I'm like spitting. I know a dude who used to go to my when I went to school, AI Art Institute of Art out in Brookline for audio production. There was a kid in my class that would taste with his tongue frequencies, music. He would literally, when the music plays, his taste buds are tingling in different spots of his tongue.
Did he create Fruit Loops then? Stupid.
Yo.
Insider music joke, guys.
Can you imagine tasting music, bro?
That's crazy.
Can you imagine something so foul? You're like, ugh.
Yo, what kind of diss is that? When they're like, yo, let me play this track for you real quick. And they're like, damn, this tastes nasty.
Yo, you got a buck? Oh, he spits in his cup after we sing.
Oh!
He's like, what, bro? And you know he tastes music.
Yeah,
you know he tastes music. So you're playing your music to see his reaction.
He's like, yo, let me see. Play number 4.
Is this a bomb song or not? Like, is this ew. What happened? That tastes like
that tasted nasty, man.
Bro, get
throw that track in the trash. It went bad.
It
went bad.
I get this sour taste. What?
I get this sour taste in my mouth.
That's messed up, bro. That's foul.
But then I'd feel awkward. Yeah. I think I feel equally as weird if they're
nasty.
like, "Yo, this track is delicious." Like, you know what? I'm sorry.
He gets a sweet tooth from it.
Is this medium rare?
He gets
like,
a cavity.
This is my song.
He gets a cavity. Sweet.
Man.
Gave me a cavity.
I think I have diabetes. This track?
He's gaining weight. It's like, man, you've been listening to my album all week. Goodness. Overconsumption here. I don't know how you're gaining weight.
He's like, oh my goodness. After your track? I think I got
bro,
COVID-19.
you're eating well. I'm not eating. What are you doing listening to music?
I got the vid. How'd you do that? I listened to your music.
And you have people who see, and this is a weird one too. So you have people.
It's like, wait a minute, you showed me the song and you don't have the vax? It's just disrespectful.
And so you have people who could taste
your music in my mouth.
You have people who can taste music, and then
Why you putting your music in my mouth, bro? So
get your music out my mouth.
Get your music out my mouth, bro.
Get your music out.
First of all, ask me permission first. Don't just be playing music.
That is like a.
You know where that goes.
Yo, that is like a violation, bro. You're really exposing yourself if you're tasting stuff in your mouth, right? Like, man, that's kind of like weird, dude.
I now want to ask him, what does Bollywood music taste like? What does rap music taste like?
Rap music is bittersweet.
Bittersweet. It tastes angry.
What's country music taste like? Wood. No.
It tastes like wood. It tastes like wood and hay.
It tastes like a cabin, like a wood cabin.
It tastes like a bearded cabin. Somehow a 10-gallon hat. I don't know why.
Okay, what's rock taste like?
Rock. Man.
Come on, this is an easy one. This is an easy one. I can't believe that.
What does rock taste like?
Yeah, rock. Come on, dude.
I would have
to say
I
thought you were going to be right there.
I don't know. Would you want me to say something specific?
Yeah, I thought you were going to be like metal. You know, like rock.
It
metal.
tastes like metal.
I thought you were just going to go there.
That's a dad joke. I wasn't even thinking that clever.
What's R&B taste like?
Oh, like chocolate, caramel.
This dude said chocolate strawberries. I said Christian R&B. What
did say Christian R&B? What does R&B taste like? Right. Don't play me.
All right, what's
rhythm and blues?
Okay, so R&B,
Christian R&B. I would be like,
there you go.
It tastes like marshmallows.
I would have said Locust and Honey.
R&B tastes like Locust.
Christian R&B tastes like Locust and Honey.
So biblical, yet so smooth.
You just dip the locust right in the... my favorite.
He's sitting in front of a fire with a robe, dipping it in oil. I mean, in honey.
What a fine locust and honey.
This honey is infused with sage, just in case.
For Mexican sage.
For extra theology.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. That was nasty.
Oh, man.
We just put somebody in front of a fire eating crickets and honey, listening to Christian R&B. That whole picture is nasty.
What is
I need that out of my mind.
What does Christian R&B taste like? Locust and honey.
I think that should be the name of this show.
That is funny. All right, y'all. It's
Locust and honey.
It's our time, man.
Locust and honey. This is the name of this show.
We love y'all, man. Yo, let's do a quick update. Do we have any updates? Do we have anything?
We're still the same.
Anything you want to let anything you want to let anybody know?
What do you mean?
So
regarding
nothing? No
music.
All right. Well, we're still rocking. We're still staying faithful to this platform. We're kind of leaving it up in the air for open dialogue and just no more like topical approach, man. We're just diving in and having open convos. Yeah, man.
Which is why we enjoyed somebody called in and gave us
topic. Dope. Yeah, use the line.
More
man.
of that.
Yeah, hit up the line 774-243-0385. And yeah, man, I don't want to drag out with all these future things that we're working on, so I won't. Till next week. Grace and peace. We love y'all. Hit up the line, music@marrioesco.com, 2 R's in my name. If you want to give a shout out or prayer request or whatever. And we'll see you next week. We love y'all. Grace and peace.
If you're listening on the podcast, be sure to check out my Facebook music page, Marrio Esco 1. Again, 2 R's in my name, the number 1 at the end, Marrio Esco 1. Be sure to like and follow that page because I like to give updates on who I'll be interviewing and leave a description on what we'll be talking about. And I also like the real-time one-on-one back and forth interaction. If you don't have the time to join us on Facebook Live, be sure to check out my podcast. It's called Marrio Esco Live, 2 R's in my name. Again, you'll see the white silhouette of myself with the cross underneath. Be sure to subscribe to that and follow the link as well to whatever podcast you're using or however you're receiving the podcast, and leave us a review. We love to hear feedback. You can also hit me up at music@marrioesco.com and just hit me up with some feedback and ways that we can improve the show or the things that you like and enjoy. Any type of feedback will be highly appreciated. Grace and peace.